All right, welcome to the third video and the impressions video for the week. Sprint City, looking for something that can test how fast you can play with your friends right now? Sprint City is a 2D racing platformer that lets up to 7 players join in the fun via web browser. Instant fun! I will note we did not do this.
Yeah, I probably should have asked, but I didn't find out about it in time. And that would have let me do any of the multiplayer in this, of which I did not. You can break through that glass wall, by the way.
Okay.
Getting cannibal flashbacks here.
Well, the issue
Anyway.
was, I guess my controller was being held down and it
So yeah.
freaked out.
So yeah, this is a semi-open world parkour racing game is pretty much the deal. Like I said, I was unable to play, or rather, I did not have any friends available to ask to come play with me. I did actually sign up for, or hit the button to go into one of the random online person races, but it did not connect me to one in 20 minutes. So, presumably, no one else was playing because this is in very early access.
Right.
Didn't you say this came out like in a couple of months ago and it's expected to be in early access for a couple of years?
Yes. It came out on March 31st, 2026. Accordingly,
yeah.
They don't know how long they're planning for the early access period to last, but it says for another 1 to 2 years. So, yeah. We've been getting
because
some
of that,
early access games
yeah.
lately.
So because of that, I'm going to be somewhat lenient on the fact that the game is extremely incomplete, as far as I can tell. So yeah, you are a character. You can customize your character slightly visually. There are actually like 7 or 8 named alternate versions that you can mix and match the hair, pants, and shirts of. Plus, you can redo the skin color, and allegedly there are outfits that you can unlock and buy, but I don't even know if that's active yet. So yeah, the basic thing is this: you're in a platforming parkour type place. You can run generally. You can jump and double jump. You have a grappling hook that fires either straight up or at an angle, and actually has a pretty wide range, and it will grab onto the ceiling in any place where it can reach one and swing you around. It can also grab onto rings. It cannot grab onto a leafy surface that is used more or less for the purpose of not letting you do that. You can drop down through well, Petty, hang on, go back to that thing. That's one of the the thing.
The kiosk thing?
Yeah. That's the part of it that isn't just open world. Also, if you hit the select button, or whatever the heck they're calling it now, that's the map. So yeah, you can pretty much go anywhere in this city. As you can see at this point, there are a few areas that are literally just blocked off with caution tape that will presumably be added in later versions of the game. So yeah, you run around, you can navigate using your abilities. There are things that give you boost, which you can then do with the right trigger. Pettyfan is playing with the keyboard, so he has slightly different controls. The main thing I wanted to know is if he gets to aim the grappling hook in directions other than diagonal. Other than straight up and 45-degree angle, rather. Which I doubt he actually does, but... So yeah, there are bounce pads. I do not know what those electric things do.
What electric things?
Those ones, the little balls that have
I
that
think
lead.
they're just like giving you a speed boost of some kind.
Yeah, but there are other things that do that look different. And there are little balls that give you, like party balls that give you kart racer style upgrades that I have not been able to find much of a use for, except for I think the attacky ones make it easier to break through walls.
I imagine if you're like in a race against other people, you can use those like Mario Kart style.
That's probably true. But again, I didn't get to do the multiplayer, so not much of that. And then there are fans and all kinds of other obstacles and stuff to go around to, switches. So yeah, um, it's a big, interesting city environment, and in your free roaming, which the free roaming is pretty enjoyable on its own. You will come across kiosks that basically give you races that have several modes, of which I was only able to access time trial, which is to just do the thing which is fairly open-ended.
Yeah.
Like the race path is not narrow, so there's a lot of optimization you can do. Um, so yeah, your goal is to get to the end as fast as possible. All of the races I've been able to find take place in places on the actual map, except they put up candy cane barriers to block off certain things that they want to be out of bounds. And then you get leaderboarded on both your personal best and compared to other players on how you have done. There is allegedly a way you can challenge the people who maintain each kiosk, but at least that's what I assume the challenge of the staff thing is, but I could not figure out how to do that. There's also daily races, and you can actually make your own challenge races and try challenge races that other people have made. But they're all made by segmenting off parts of the actual existing world. The different zones are themed, and pretty much there's not really a whole lot to do aside from finding the kiosks, of which I think there are currently 20 based on what the countdown thing was saying to me. And there are also some like document pages that you can find somewhere that I don't know what those do, but they are collectibles and they stay collected once you collect them. So yeah, the general vibe of the game is it's about trying to explore and optimize your routing throughout various things.
As one of the great philosophers of our time has said, gotta go fast.
Yes. It's interesting you bring that up because the soundtrack is one track that has lyrics relating to going to Sprint City, and I swear to God it sounds just like a song from, I think, Sonic Rush.
That's one of the Crush 40 ones, isn't it?
This particular song is not Crush 40 that I'm thinking of. It's Leave the song. Yeah, it's literally called Back to Back. Is the one that it reminds me the most to, and it's from Sonic and Rush. So yeah, playing the game is very enjoyable. There's a decent amount to do in terms of working with your trying to perfect your execution. Unfortunately, the game does not give you a whole lot of direction about like what you should be trying to do, nor does it give you much in the way of available goals. Since all there are the official races and the dailies and doing challenges. Excuse me. And as far as like even those, it's just like, okay, I hope you have friends and/or the number of people playing this increases, because there were not when I was playing. Also, I think you can grapple downwards too. I
Yeah, you
only
can.
found out about that after I'd stopped, which is good because I was looking for a ground pound, which
Well,
there isn't.
it's more you can actually use it to slow your descent, or like just flip through a
Okay, fair enough.
take your momentum from flipping around the bottom of a platform.
Because you can't. The swinging physics are a little bit weird.
Yeah.
You can kind of pull yourself up a little bit, and I was hoping you could use that to pull yourself down to descend faster. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff you can do to find shortcuts and navigation stuff, but really, at this point, that's all there is to it. So unless you plan on... So I would recommend that if you want to get this game, you be planning on playing with friends, at least until they add more stuff. Apparently, originally, it literally required an online connection, but now it doesn't. Oh yeah, you can also rail grind. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yeah, I think I showed it like on
It's
accident.
yeah, but not everybody watches. Anyway, it should be. It almost goes without saying, but I still feel like I should say it.
Hmm.
And yeah, there are both glass walls and like cracked solid walls that you can go through if you're going fast enough. For glass, it's very easy. For the cracked solid walls, it's a little bit harder. So yeah, that's... Do you guys have any questions? Because
Not
it's fun
really.
to run around, but I ran out of stuff to do pretty fast
I'd imagine.
without other people to play with, is mostly what I've got here.
Yeah, seems kind of like what I'm thinking.
So I'm hoping that since this is rather early in its early access, they add more content and possibly some signposting. I was kind of hoping that even like if you could just chat with the people running the kiosks, but none of them have more than like one line of stuff at the bottom of the screen. I think some of them don't even have that.
Hmm.
At the beginning of the game, when you're doing the tutorial, you're running through an area, and a lot of the people in the background have like dialogue balloons that you can see if you stand next to them for long enough, and I was kind of hoping
There was more of
that would continue, but it mostly didn't. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got. What are they charging for it now, Adam?
$12.
And is it going to get more?
They are surprisingly undecided about that. We we haven't decided on the final price yet. Depending on how much content and how many features we add during early access, we may increase the price once we leave early access. If we feel the value of the game has grown significantly, we don't expect any drastic price changes. So that's a whole lot of words to say.
That's interesting. As it is, I would say that 12 is maybe a little high, but also I can easily picture this being worth like 15 to 20 if A, you have a lot of friends to play with, or B, they like finish the game map and add some signposting and stuff.
Like, yeah, in the finished state, this could be worth $12. In the state, if the state it's in right now, probably not.
So unless you want to bet on it getting better, maybe
And friendly
wait
reminder
for a sale or something.
for games that are in early access, we have no guarantee this will come to full fruition. This could be
Right.
abandoned. This could be completed ahead of schedule. We don't know. So,
And like Adam was saying, this in the pre-show, the people who made this is apparently associated to and by the developers of another game called Speedrunners, which is somewhat similar. So I didn't get a chance to look at that, but if you want to compare, you can do that as part of it. Sorry, I don't feel like I optimally should be telling people to do their own research, but also I think a lot of this is subjective.
Well,
Whether you
to be fair, we didn't know about speedrunners existing till Adam brought it up.
right, I came
In
across it
pre-show.
fairly late in my looking into stuff about the game.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
but yeah,
And besides,
yeah,
these are impressions,
yeah.
Yeah.
not a review.
So yeah, it's what's there is pretty good, but there's not much there yet. So
Right.
I'm not sure if you're gonna want to put $12 in unless you're expecting to be able to play significantly with friends or willing to bet that it's going to get a lot more.
Mhm.
And I think that's what I've got.
All right. So yeah, that'll about do it for Sprint City here. Be sure to tune in after the break as we review Ember Island. Give it a minute.